Hey there folks, and welcome back to Space Engineers Survival. I did my mic check and it is working this time, I swear. Alright, so if you missed it last episode, the main thing that we did is more damage here. We rebuilt our scout craft into a space tug. It looks a little bit cooler now too, and it's got a lot of engines and whatnot. We might need to add one more reactor on it, but it's still fine. It uses these merge blocks to couple with these, what we will eventually call like train cars. And we can connect them. Right now we have a cargo pod on it. It has a collector on the bottom and it has an ejector right here, and you can control it from the cockpit. It really doesn't, I mean, it can technically fly using just the cockpit, but it's incredibly slow, so using the tug is a lot quicker. So let's fix this. I don't know how this happened. You probably missed it in the video, but for some strange reason, all of a sudden we took a whole bunch of damage. Not sure how, but I know it's not thruster damage. It might have been a meteor, is what I was thinking. Anyhow. Yeah, okay, everything seems to be in tip-top shape. And then the other thing that we did last episode was we ground away the business shipment. We built this little platform and put a merge block on it. And then we took the ship, merged it to the station, and it became a station, so when we ground everything away, nothing went floating off. So whoever suggested that, you are awesome. It worked flawlessly. Alright, and now we have a whole bunch more parts. And if you notice, we have, I think it's 4 engines there and only 3 engines there. And we're also missing an engine here, so at some point in time, I probably crashed it, so we'll have to fix that. Yeah, and there's a lot of damage here. Either we crashed it or meteor, but chances are, knowing me, I crashed it. Alright, so what are we going to be doing this episode? Well, last episode I had mentioned that we were running perilously low on uranium, but unfortunately you couldn't hear me because for some reason my microphone wasn't recording. It's not like I have a mute button on my microphone, so I was thinking maybe that was the case, but I don't have a mute button, so I had no idea why the audio was not recording. Anyhow, so we need more uranium. And the way to get that is we are going to be going down by our rave cave. I believe our big old mining ship is down there. We're going to do some uranium mining. And then we're going to throw it in the rave cave refiners. Nope, that's not the entrance. Oh, almost hit the asteroid, but we're good. Yep, there it is. And let's see, is there anything in here that we need right now? I'm just going to check the refineries. Go into the inventories, silicon. Oh, no, that's in the reactor. Cargo containers. We have a little bit in the assembler, but that's going to be used for making missiles. So we're going to need some more. So we'll turn on our jetpack. Go flying. Somebody said we should recolor this. I kind of like the white color, but we're going to go with a mining theme of having green accents and white for mining. So we can add a couple of green accents to this. So we'll choose, I believe it's this color. There we go. And we'll just color a couple of these blocks green. And we'll color the big old engines green. Color, please. There we go. We'll also color these. There we go. There, and these 2. 3. There we go, and we'll just finish that, and then that'll be enough color for now. So there we go. Now let's get in here. Oh, that's weird. That's not supposed to be that color. As you see, all of my normal drills are a white color, and that one just seems to have not been colored, so we'll have to color that white. I believe this is the correct white. Nope, that's not the correct white. That's pinkish. There we go. Alright. Now, back into our big old miner. Uranium is over here. Turn on our lights so we don't hit anything. Alright, here we go. Uranium's only a couple of meters away, and there's silicon down there too, but it's the uranium we actually care about. I should also check and make sure there's nothing in the cargo containers right now. Oop. Be careful. Another thing we can do this episode is we can finish building these solar panels on the main home base. Because we got a whole bunch of solar panels from the business shipment, we might as well use them. And that way we don't have to use uranium while the base is just idling. I don't really want to use solar panels on ships, but using the solar panels on bases is a fine use of solar panels, at least I think. But if you put them on ships, knowing me, they'll break off really easily, so we'll keep them to stationary objects for now. Alright, let's check our inventory. We can use some more. Because despite we have like 5,000 kilos of uranium, it will only refine down to a very small amount of uranium, so we need quite a bit. Alright, now let's slowly back out of here. Let's run our drills on the way out in case we grab any extras. There we go. Let's grab this. Alright, grab some of this too. Alright, let's see what we have. We got a lot of platinum. Well, not a lot of platinum. Some platinum, some silicon. A whole bunch of stone, which we really don't need. Alright, let's ease our way out of here. We don't want to damage anything. Make sure we're clear. There we go. And I believe there's more uranium over here, so let's quick grab that. And then we'll go over to our base, drop everything in the hopper. We'll turn our connectors on so it just automatically drops everything in. Alright, there we go. That should be good enough. Alright, let's go to the hopper. Oh, flip the right way up. And there we go. Should be close enough. Perfect. Now we need to go to our inventory. We'll actually go to production. We're going to turn the connectors are already on. What about the... Okay. Collect all? I don't know. Ore detector, large reactor, make sure there's nothing else we need to turn on. Is it throwing stuff out? Yep, it's throwing stuff out right now. And let's see how well is it doing it. Okay, it's throwing out the stone right now, so it'll be a while before it actually gets to the uranium. And right now it's throwing everything into this reactor. Let's take everything out of here so it doesn't get too full. We'll throw all the extras in here, I believe. Yep, in here. And that extra uranium is just in case we need it. Well, let's see how this base is doing. I'm guessing it's doing fine. How much energy does it have left? 4 days. Okay. We've got some time left before we need to refuel it. Alright, still dropping out the rock, eh? Perfect, working as planned. Now let's go over to the home base. Ooh, there's a mining carriage off in the distance. I believe mining carriages, they have one gun on them if I'm not mistaken. And if you approach from the bottom, you should be fine and you can actually capture them. But I'm not going to chance it right now. Maybe if it gets closer, we'll take a look at it. Because it actually is very easy to grind ships now that we have this merge station thing here. Alright, so what we're going to do now is we are going to go over here and we're going to grab all of the solar panels. Well, as many as we can in one go. What I really should do is I should rebuild this ship because I built this with the old conveyor system and the old cargo container, so right now it doesn't have the large sides to it. And it doesn't have ejectors and stuff like that, which would really be helpful because I could put a collector on this station and it would all funnel it into like one big hopper instead of having to ferry everything by hand. But building this again, it would be a lot of effort, so we'll do it by hand for now at least. So how many can we hold? This is gonna take a while. Alright. I think I might just be doing, I might do this off screen so you guys don't have to painfully sit through it all. But the idea is, well actually, you know what? Let's see, what do we have in here? Do we have any steel plates? Yes we do, okay. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to build a solar array. Right now we have one solar panel there, but let's recolor this to be green. There we go. Alright, and then we're going to have a solar array going kind of over here-ish. And that way we can get the most... I know that's going to probably, like, we're not going to be able to collect as much sun from this one, but I'm not too concerned about it because we're going to be putting a lot of them down, so that should negate the fact that we're going to be losing a little bit of power from that particular solar panel, because it will be in the shade. When we're going to put the solar panels the long way like this, and like that. And let's just throw a couple of steel plates in these. I kind of like the look of these incomplete bars for solar panel arrays, so we're going to keep it like that. But I am going to throw more steel blocks in it because it does make it a little bit more durable in case I, you know, run into it or an asteroid has its way with the little beam right here, so that's why I'm throwing solar panels on it, or steel plates on it right now. Alright, now let's take a look. Oh well, I completed those a bit too much. Not the end of the world. Let's go get these solar panels in our inventory. Now, needed construction components. Okay, well let's go get some construction components then. I don't know how many we have in here. Not that many, but it'll be fine for now. Alright, let's place these down now. Well, let's start off... Well, yeah, let's start off down here. Place the first one right there. Next one right there. Yep, there. There, and one more. Now let's go on the other side and finish it that way. Oh. There we go. Oh. Next one down, there we go. There, oh. There we go. Two more, I believe. One more. There we go. Alright, so now it's time to complete these. So I think I'm going to be doing a time lapse here, so sit back, enjoy the music, and when I see you next, this will be done. See you guys in a little bit. Alright folks, and we're done. That took an incredibly long time. It takes like 3 minutes just to make a single one of those. So that's 3 minutes times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's about half an hour just making those. Yep. So I don't think I'm going to be doing that again anytime soon. Let's see how much power it actually gives us now too. So let's go to our control panel. And let's go into inventory, control panel. Let's go turn off the small reactor. And we are only creating around 5 megawatts. But on the bright side, we do have our gravity generator working, so we can run all our lights and gravity generators on it at about 11% usage, so that means we can also charge ourselves at medical stations, and our guns can still work. So I think we're going to keep our reactor off unless we use our refineries or assemblers. So, I guess it was worth it in the long run, because then we don't have to waste precious resources on fueling that reactor. And as you can see, yes, I derped up and I put these the wrong way, so I decided to put another row of trusses right here. It works. And I wasn't in any hurry to grind these away, because that would have been another 15 minutes grinding and then another 15 minutes welding, so nope. Alright, so that got done. Now, what is next is we are going to finally... Wait, I don't know, did I ever put a beacon on the Spectre? Because that's what I kind of want to do. So we're going to put a beacon on the Spectre. So there are some components in here that we can use for that. There are some radio components in one of these cargo containers down here. So let's turn off our jetpack. Run on down here. And there we go. How many does it take? It takes 40. Okay. So we'll take 40 of these if we can carry 40 of them. And we can't, so we probably have some on our ripsaw, but I'm not planning on taking the ripsaw. I'm planning on taking the ghost. There we go. Let's fly in here, drop that there. So we only need 80 steel plates. So we still do need more radio components. Let's go grab that. So we need another 12 of those. What else do we need? We have the steel plates. We need 40 construction components. 40 of those. We need some computers. I don't know how many, so let's take 40. Probably need some small steel tubes, so let's take 80 of those. Probably need some interior plate, so let's take 120 of those. What else? What might we need? Large steel tubes. 40 large steel tubes. Oh, that's a lot. Don't need any interior plate, though, so we can bring that back. Don't need that, but we need 40 of these guys. I don't think we'll be able to carry all of them. I stand corrected. And I think that's it, right? Large steel tubes, small steel tubes, computers. Yep. We are set then. Alright. Let's drop... Well, actually, we can keep it in our inventory. I don't think we're going to die. Fingers crossed, knowing my driving. I could have taken the new transport that we just made, but there was already stuff in the Ghost, so we'll keep the transport over by the main base for now. Alright. Fly on over here. And there we go. There is the Spectre. Hopefully we have room to put this beacon. And I overshot the target. There we go. Let's burn down. There we go. Where'd it go? There it is. Oh, there's a little bit of damage on the front of the ship from when we encountered our last, well, encounter. Just fix up these damaged blocks. Won't take too long. And done. Like new. Okay. Now, is there any... Oop, there's a commercial freighter there. We can take that. There's no room in here, is there? I could put it there. Alright, let's put it there then. Need steel plate, okay. I think I need 80 steel plate. So we need 80 of these. And a whole bunch of these. Well, we don't need those. We already have some, so we'll take the small steel. Well, we have the small steel tube. I think we have everything we need then. Let's just build it then. I know we don't have a lot of ammunition on the Spectre, but I don't think we're actually going to have to engage where is it? The commercial freighter. There aren't many guns on it, so we might be fine. Well, that's not where I wanted it. But that's where I have to put it, right? I know what I'll do. Well, it won't be pretty, but it'll work. Okay, so I need more radio communication components, and that'll be about it. The commercial freighter's getting a little bit closer, not that quickly, but it is, so that'll be our next thing that we're going to take a look at. At least this thing builds a lot faster than those solar panels do. Alright. If the commercial freighter gets to about 10,000 meters away or 10 kilometers away, then we'll attack it. Let's get the rest of the radio communication components. And there they are. Don't need this. Don't need this. Oh, there's a little bit of uranium in there. Not much, though. Alright, let's finish this up, and then we'll rename the ship the Spectre. What? I missed one? Of course I did. Alright. Now we'll be able to complete it. Wonder if there's a better way I could have put this. You know what? I think there is. Oh well. I think I could put it in the cockpit of the ship. Actually, you know what? No, it's only one high. I need 2 blocks. Could have put it there too. Could have removed a gyroscope, but I wouldn't really want to do that. I like the maneuverability of this, so it's fine. Now let's go to control panel. Well, I guess we can't do it from the door control panel, so let's go in here. Control panel, beacon, we're going to rename you the Spectre. There we go. Spectre, gun, ship. There we go. Perfect. And we'll keep it on right now. And let's see, how much ammunition do we have? Let's pop these in. Okay, so we have around 1 shot worth. Let's go back to base and make some more missiles. I think home base had some uranium in the reactor, or not the reactor, but the assemblers, so we can... No, that was the Rave Cave that had the uranium in the assembler. So actually, let's go check on the processing of the uranium, because I know we left it unload by itself, so... Alright. This is a big old heavy ship. It doesn't like slowing down, but... Yeah, let's not turn on our guns. Especially when we're by our base. There we go. I just don't want to accidentally blow up my own stuff, because that would be something I would accidentally do. Okay, now we're here. Let's close the doors. so no intruders can get in. Well, it looks like everything is unloaded. Let's take a look at this. And it's still processing all the things. What about this? Okay. We'll drop this in here. Don't need that. But what we do need, I do believe we need platinum. As well as the uranium. Production. Well, let's grab all these things. Oh, we already had all the things we needed to make our little beacon. Oh well. Forgot that I did that. That was a couple episodes ago, I'm sure. Alright, let's grab all that. Now, production, we need... Yes! Okay, so we need more magnesium, but we'll produce as many as we can. Do we have any magnesium powder in here? Doesn't look like it. Let's drop all these off in the correct ones. Alright. So magnesium powder is the next big thing we need to start mining then, but I think we'll do that next episode because we have a commercial freighter that's in the proximity of our stuffs. And we have a couple more missiles we can use. Not many, but it's enough. I don't know if this is... No, I don't think this is the one that only has one gun on it, but we'll see. I think this one has two, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll see if we can approach it without getting shot. Alright, let's put this in here. Drop the missiles in the cargo container. Let them distribute by themselves. Close the door. Because we're going into attack mode. Alright. So we'll go to missile turrets. Turn them to moving well, yeah, turn them to... Well, we'll wait until we're out of range. Have those only target missiles. Good. Now, where is that commercial freighter? Let's go get you. Full speed ahead. Alright, let's turn our inertial dampeners off. Whoops. Let's go into our inventory. Okay, so we still have Gatling turret ammunition in both of our Gatling turrets, so they'll shoot down the missiles that are incoming at us. We have around at least 4 missiles apiece for firing, so we can load those up. I'm going to actually keep the automated missile turrets off for the time being, because first things first, if I get out, I don't want to accidentally blow myself up. And secondly, they're pretty poor. Usually they just shoot at pieces that are flying off of the ship rather than shooting the ship itself. So, okay, we're getting closer. Because this would be a nice nice thing to take. There's a lot of good things on commercial freighters. Could use some more lateral thrusters. Alright, switch to missiles. I have an idea. I'm not sure if it'll work, but maybe we can just sit around until all their missiles are exhausted. Because we do have a lot of ammunition in our Gatling turrets. So, I'm actually going to do a quick save right here, so be back in a little bit. Alright, so now getting closer. We have around 30 missiles with 6 missile launchers, so that's actually around 5 missiles apiece, but they don't distribute perfectly. I'm going to try to intercept it. Plot an intercept course so it runs straight into me rather than me running straight into it. There we go. It won't shoot at me if I'm not moving. Kind of like a dinosaur it won't see me if I'm not moving. Even though that's entirely untrue, but at least for dinosaurs. Not for the commercial freighter, it probably won't see me. Alright, we're within range and we're not getting targeted yet. Nope, now we're within range. Okay. Now they only have only have Gatling turrets, so not too terribly concerned right now, actually. Okay. You want to play that game? I can play that game. Alright. Let's see. Oh no, they shot out one of our lights. How dare they? Okay. Fire! Fire! There we go. These are trapped. I know for certain that these are trapped, so... Okay. We're doing good. Now we just need to kill this one, and we are golden. We only have 3 shots left, so let's make it count. Like a glove. Oh, come on, there's one more gun left. That's not fair. You know what we can do to that? We put a ram on the front of this ship for a reason. Alright, come on. You know what? I actually don't need to bother with this. I can just enter on the other side and turn it off. Actually, you know what? I'm going to slow down the ship the old-fashioned way. I've got the heavy armor. They don't. Oh, and I missed. Well, that's alright. There's a nice gaping hole in the ship, so I can actually enter that way. Okay, now let's get out of here. Don't... Okay, we're in the shadow of the gun. We should be good. This is going to be our first successful raid, I think. Assuming there's no guns inside of here. Oh god. Bad, bad, bad. Turn our inertial dampeners off. It'll actually help us get on or get inside the ship. Okay, so go into our inventory control panel. Can't do anything from here. So let's grind it away. Well, this is good. I'm not sure where the traps are on this, but we'll find out. I'm gonna disable the guns. And we should be set. Alright. That was a little bit intense, but we did it. The Spectre gunship is paying off, especially if we manage to snag this thing. This is a lot of good stuff on here. Got several nuclear reactors, cargo containers, even a gun left, but I don't think we're actually going to use it. We have quite a few solar panels, a couple of thrusters, and we'll see what else is on the ship. Alright. Okay, so let's go here. Go to... Oh, there's a lot of stuff in there. Gatling turret. Yoink. Aw, no. Stop it. Okay. Production, Gatling turret, off. There we go. Target moving objects, off. Okay, there we go. Now, didn't manage, or we didn't destroy that, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to... Okay, whoa, this thing is a little bit unwieldy. Let's go back to home base and go towards home base. And yes, there are bombs on this. And I have a very good idea of where they are now, looking at it. To see where those pillars are that are connecting this thing together, I'm betting the bombs are right there. But what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to burn towards our base a little bit. There we go. Turn that off. Gonna hop out. Do I still have my inertial dampeners off? Good. Alright. Now let's go find these traps. And I do know from experience there are traps on here, so I am not crazy. Well, I can't be said, or that can't be said for certain, but could have sworn the traps were like right here-ish. We'll see. We'll grind away all the things until we find it. Alright, grind this away. Yeah, they're in there somewhere. Luckily, these are only light armor blocks, so they don't take that long to grind away. Well, we see something. Is that the trap? I think it might be. Yeah, there's no reason for another... Oh no, wait, that isn't. Where'd it go? These things are big too, so they're going to be hard to find the traps on. Or, alternatively, we'll just get the ghost. Let's just get the ghost. We'll lock onto the ship, we'll slow it down ourselves, and drag it in like we did the other ships, so... that should be easy enough, I think. And the Spectre is still out there, but it has its beacon on, so we'll be fine. We'll be able to fly out to it and return it. Alright. Getting closer to our ghost. We're gonna do that. The commercial freighter. I hope the commercial freighter doesn't crash into an asteroid, because I did aim it like perfectly at our base. Well, too late for that now. Oh, speaking of too late. Oh, that was close. I almost face planted. All right. Full speed ahead. Spectre gunship's only 3 kilometers. The commercial freighter's only 3 kilometers out. The Spectre gunship's ways away. But it's stationary, so that shouldn't be a problem. Alright, we're gonna have to find a good place to dock on, but I think we'll manage. Alright, it's going a lot quicker than I thought it was, but we'll be fine. Okie dokie then. Alright. Like a glove. Now let's find a good spot to dock. Turn the inertial dampeners off so we can zero our velocity. Go burn to the side, slow down a bit. Go up, 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 up is what we need to do right now. Okay, looks like we're gonna barely miss our base, but that's fine. Let's dock onto this side. Oh, that hurt. Oh, I almost had it. Almost had it. There we go. And turn our inertial dampeners on. And we're stopped. Almost. Alright. Now we're stopped. Okay, so we are actually fairly close to our base, all things considered. We got the, oh wow, we are really close to our base. Good job, me. Alright. Let us take the ship apart and find out where that, blasted trap is. Because I know you're in here somewhere. You've blown up on me before, and usually you blow up right around here where the nuclear reactors are. That's actually a good point. Find the nuclear reactors and you will find the trap. And we actually never really did take a look at what we managed to get out of this. Now, where did we put that hole in the ship? This side, maybe? Yep, there it is. There's the hole. So we have nuclear reactor. Nope, those are gyroscopes. Where's our nuclear reactor? Right here. Well, let's grind out the block right here and see if it's underneath us. Nope, it's not underneath us. What about you? Will you reveal the secrets? I saw some flickering light, so that means there is a trap around here somewhere, or an engine at least. Let's take you out. Nothing. What about you? No, not here. What about above us? Yeah, maybe. There's something. Oh, that's the cockpit. Herp-a-derp-a-derp. Okay, well, I just took out the cockpit. Well, let's quick grab this then. Alright, well, let's... I don't think that mines show up on the... the inventory panel, but we'll take a look, just in case. And we'll drop down. So, go here, go to the control panel. No, mines don't show up. I mean, I could count all the thrusters, but that would be a pain in the butt, and that still wouldn't tell us where the traps are. And I do know that there are traps on here. Or at least there were at one point in the game. I like how I connected to the thruster. Oh, lovely. Maybe here? I don't know. Ah! I guess we're gonna keep our engines on, or our thrusters on. Nope. Maybe they removed them. Who knows? But I really don't want to find out, so... Not there. Well, let's take a look at the interior of this ship, or this part. You know what, I just realized I could have opened the door, I'm sure, instead of just grinding it last time. Oh well. Let's see here. So there's just some stuff in here, nothing too fancy. Well, I think that'll be it for this episode. We're gonna do some fun with this next episode, so let me get out of here. Thank you folks for watching, and if you do happen to know where the trap is, please tell me, and please tell me if there isn't one, so I don't keep on looking around like a retard. So, thank you folks for watching. I will see you guys next time.